Happy people. Happy people. I hope we are doing wonderful today. We are now and have transitioned to from Facebook to YouTube. And so I hope you guys are able to all carry over. And yes, and let's talk some truth. Huh? I'm super duper excited. I must admit, I have no idea what I'm doing, but my producer, Patrick, is watching. And so, if there's any questions, we are going to be able to take phone calls eventually. I did not feel very comfortable in diving into that today. And so, maybe next week, we'll get some phone calls going and see how that works. But I'm going to take it slow, steady as we go. So then that way we can just kind of build ourselves slowly but surely. Okay. Old school, so you know how I do. I'm not computer savvy at all. So, but we're talking about letting it go. And if you've been following me on Facebook, or if you've been watching any of the lives on Facebook, we've done part one, part two, part three, and now today we're on part four of letting it go. And I want to just help you captivate something that your mind or that you may have not considered moving forward and letting things go. Sometimes we as people, we want to hold on to the familiarity of what has been or what was or what could be or what it still is. We want to hold on to those things, you know, not realizing that we are relatively evolving from one point or one place to another. We're steady evolving. We are never staying the same. And I've often shared with people that I coach or that I mentor or that I speak to counsel that when you're marrying, I'm just using this as an example, marrying a person, you're not marrying just one person. You're marrying all the personalities, you're marrying all of those things that that person, that man or woman will evolve into. You would be delusional to think that who you start off with is who you're going to end up with later on in life. It just does not happen like that. And so, in the same aspect with just relationships, we start off in one aspect of a relationship, but as our relationships or as relationships grow, some people grow together and some people grow apart. And it's just the nature of the game. Even seasons have a time to where it grows out of the season. We're transitioning into winter right now. And so the seasons know that it's time to change from warm or to cold or, to more of a breezy weather. So we have to know when it's time for our seasons to change and evolve from one place to another. It is very, very indicative that you get this. When you try to hold on to something that was not meant to go to where you're going or go where you need to go, what ends up happening is it becomes like dead weight. It becomes almost infectious to you and to the relationship and to your destiny. And so we got to get to a place to where we understand that sometimes learning how to let go in a healthy way. Listen, and I'm going to say in a healthy way with you. That person may not be healthy if they may not understand the wherewithal on how to handle it because they may have gone through things in their life that brings up traumas and brings up rejection. That's on them. You have to be clear though about your intentions on what God has told you to do, your intentions about what you know within your awareness of where you're going, and be clear about those intentions and make sure that your intentions does not do someone else harm, but it continues to move you into a place to where you are just goal driven. I wrote a quote and I want to read it to you. I think it's a very powerful thing that it came up with. Whatever is in you is what you will affect around you. So if you got a lot of messiness, you got a lot of backbiting, you got a lot of talk, that's going to affect your environment around you. When you are clear about your intentions, then it affects your environment around you. So I had a situation to where now me and my family, we are praying together. My kids, we're praying together every night. We're clear about our motive of why we're coming together to pray for such a time as this, because we know that it just doesn't stop from where we have separated from certain situations or certain things. We've separated in a way that makes sure that to make sure that where we're going now, we have to change gears and go a different way. Our prayers have to become centered and focused on where we're going. How do I separate from a person or a relationship that's not doing me any good? You got to be clear, and you got to be okay with the outcome of what it is going to be. Um, and I'm going to use, for example, dealing with, I don't know. I said relationships. So let's just say you're just dealing with, separating from your husband or separating from a divorce or you got to be clear about your intentions. And the only way you can become clear about those things is to ask yourself hard questions about why you are at this point, why you're here, why are, for someone that I was going to do for life, why am I here now? And what is the alternative of if I choose to go a separate way? What's the alternative? What's the repercussions? What are the consequences that I have to face? And can you be okay with that? You see people in marriages and they'll say they've been married for 30, 40 years. And then they'll just say, I woke up one morning, I didn't even know who that person was. Well, you may have not known who this person is after 30 years, but I guarantee you were seeing signs, all sorts of signs of who they were. You just wasn't listening, and nor were you allowing yourself to see what was being said. And a lot of times we look at what comes out of our mouth, but it's the nonverbal things that you should be listening to. Okay, it is the nonverbal things that you should be questioning, and it's those things that happen without intentions. And what I mean by that is those things that happen that you accidentally get caught on. Those things that happen that that you were not very clear about wanting that person to know, but then it just came up in a situation. See, those things right there, those people are telling you who they are. You may not be listening, but they are speaking. And a lot of times what happened, my friends, is that we get so wrapped up in love, and it's a wonderful thing to be in love, but we get so wrapped up in love, oh, I love this person, or oh, I'm in love with this person, oh, this person gives me goosebumps, this person makes me feel this way, and ooh, and all that stuff. But we never consider the reciprocation of the love. Am I being, am I getting the love back the way I'm giving it? Am I giving so much into the relationship, but I'm not getting the equal value out of it? You got to consider that. You got to consider those things. And, because if it's one way, then I guarantee you, if you're one way and it's more you towards them, towards you, then you're going to meet yourself in a road to where you're going to say, wait a minute, this is not what I envisioned for this. And you find yourself in a crossfire of should I stay or should I go? And I'm just going to use this as a way of a testimony because, I feel like I need to be transparent. When me and my ex-wife separated, it was a horrific, tumultuous type of separation. Um, I wanted to, I wanted to choke, and you could put the other word to it. And at the time, I said that hoe. I'm just gonna keep it real with you. I just could not stand the sight of her. I didn't want to. I don't mention her name. If I see her, I'm gonna beat that nigga with it. That's how I felt. That's how I felt. I'm just keeping it real with you. And so, you know, um, not really looking at what she was speaking while we were together, nonverbal conversations that were being said. And when I finally stopped and woke up and got outside of myself to take a look at the situation, I realized that she was telling me what it really was the whole time we were married. And so I had to release her from me being so angry. I had to get to a place to where I started seeing her in a different light because she was telling me. And I'm glad that she did, because if she had never told me, I would never have the wonderful wife that I have now. I would never have the wonderful family that I have now. Um, I would never have that. So in a way, I was indebted and grateful that she held true to what she felt about our relationship, being in our relationship. And now to this day, we're like brothers and sisters. They were just over here. Her and her fiance or boyfriend was over at our house for Thanksgiving, and we had a wonderful, wonderful time. And they stayed for a couple of days, and wonderful time. Who would have known? And if Martina's on there, she could definitely testify. Who would know that I would have went from a point to where I was literally contemplating ill will for her? Who would have known that we would go from that to now we're just, hey, I'm calling to see how you doing. I'm doing fine. You need anything? Nope, I'm good. Yeah. Seasons change. And so just because we came out of it one way does not necessarily mean that's the way it's going to end up. And so when you're learning how to let things go, consider the fact that you're at a possibility of how it is right now. But as you evolve and as they evolve, or if they don't evolve, as you evolve, you start seeing things differently from where you started to where you are now. And then forgiveness comes along. But listen, you got to be clear about your intentions on where you're going, what you're called to do, what you know that is in you and where you should go. Everything when you're dealing with, especially in relationships and dealing with divorcements, everything don't have to be, a hood rat and unto death and so ill will. There is a healthy way to do everything. And there is a passage in the Bible that says that seek peace and pursue it. So you should be trying to find peace in every situation. Even when a person can't be as peaceful with what your decision was, you still should be clear about remaining peaceful. They may not get it right now. They may be hurt. They may be frustrated. They may be, feeling something that has nothing to do with you. But as long as you stay clear about your intentions on being peaceful and continue to pursue what you know that you're supposed to be pursuing, trust me, it may not look that way now, but it will end up that way. Listen, I've had experiences in letting things go. I've had experiences that I don't keep nothing. I mean, like when I say, if the Lord tells me to let it go, I let it go. My producer's on here right now. He'll tell you, the Lord was telling us that we're moving. And so I had to let some things go because why? They were dead weight. And as long as I was keeping a hold to those things in my home, I really couldn't see myself moving. But as I began to release, furniture and, whatnots and all that other stuff, it came to a point to where now I can say, all right, I've let those stuff go. Now I can visualize myself moving. And so we're packed. We're packed, totally packed, ready to go. Why? Because I've let some things go. I freed myself up for a place called purpose. Have you freed yourself in any capacity for your place called purpose? Or are you still trying to hold on to things thinking that purpose is going to produce itself for you? Good luck. Good luck. You're going to have to be willing to let some things go. You're going to have to be willing to let some things go. I'm going to say it again. You're going to have to be willing to let some things and people go. And it's okay. Listen, everything is never meant to be forever. It just wasn't. Sometimes we have to let people go when we're not ready to even let them go because, life happens. It happens. I've just had two series of close people to my heart that just suddenly got sick, didn't even know they were sick, and I didn't have permission, nor did I have the right to say, no, you can't go. They went. They left. And I had to learn how to deal with it's okay that they're gone. I had to become clear about having peace of they're gone for right now, but I'll see them again. I had to be clear about that. And so I don't hover and try to waste time on being angry and mad. Trust me, I went through it. I was hurt. I was angry, but I didn't stay there because I knew that I'm still here for a purpose. And while I'm wallowing, being stuck and being angry, with God, or angry with someone or angry with that person, life is still moving. I know that sounds heartless sometimes and it sounds insensitive, but I've learned, you can't stop a person from leaving and you can't stop death from happening. You can't do that. There's nothing that you can do in your power. The only thing you can do is control the way you deal with it. That's the only thing you can do. I hope this is helping somebody. I hope this is helping someone. Listen, because if you don't master how to let go healthy, you will find yourself in the same situation next year trying to hold on to things that you were never meant to hold on to. It's almost likened unto an airplane. If you have too much weight on that airplane, too much luggage, too much bags you pack, there is not a great chance that plane is going to be able to take off without some turbulence. And sometimes if the weight is too heavy, it will come crumbling back down. You have to unpack your bags. You have to release yourself from certain situations or certain things in order to take a clear flight. You do. You do. You really do. Listen, leave your comments in the comment box. Share this video with somebody because there's all sorts of people that are trying to understand how to let things go in a healthy and proper manner. And sometimes you get stuck with just the chaos and the foolishness and the frustration and the backbiting, the talking and the messiness. And it doesn't have to be that way. Not for you anyways. It doesn't. And so share this with somebody. Listen, I got on my t-shirt. I wore it just for y'all. It's in purpose, on purpose with all power. It's the JL Stone brand. I have also fog wear. I don't have that shirt with me today, but I do also have fog wear. And for ladies, I have these. I am fearfully, wonderfully made. You are fearfully, wonderfully made, and they come in all sorts of sizes. They are very inexpensive, but they're not cheaply made. They're very durable. I wash mine every other day, and I still have not lost the color. It doesn't fade. It doesn't shrink. So if you are needing to know how God views you and needing to remind yourself or needing to remind others that, when you wear it, hey, we're coming right around the Christmas, you can share these as gifts or good stocking stuffers. Listen, go to my website. I am JL Stone. That is www.imjlstone. Click the store and you can order yourself one of these shirts and we can get them out there to you. And if you do it in a timely fashion, we can get them out there to you before Christmas. I have them in different colors too, and you'll see that on the website. I have the fog wear, favor of God for men. Favor of God is pursuing you. So if you want to get something for your husband, I have those shirts too. You can go to my website and look at the store, click on which size you want, what color you want, and we'll get them out there to you. We got a great turnaround system. Listen, if you're wanting to be a part of the Let's Talk Truth YouTube show that we are going to be premiering, I got to get with Patrick when that's supposed to be, premiering, but maybe when we get guests. When we guests start signing up, we will be taking our guests to safe houses or we'll be coming to their houses, and you'll see how we do transformations with dealing with people that are stuck in pathologies and people that are stuck in patterns and how to get them unstuck. Listen, that's what my book is about. My workbook is about. It is a workbook that we use when we do our Let's Talk Truth with Jay, our coaching series. And this is 3 days that they come to the house and we dig in deep and we find out where they're stuck at and we help people become free and stay free. But this book is also available to you. You can go to my website, once again, www.imjlstone, click the store button and you can order yourself one of these. We can get them out there to you. They're not expensive. Women, if you have a man and that man is not really being transparent with what you are seeing or discerning about him, this book is for you. This book will help you understand who we are and who we say we are and why we are the way we are. Come on, get this book. It's the secrets that I've unveiled for you, just to kind of confirm what you already know. Yeah, come on and get this book. Listen, and so if you're going to be a part or want to be a part or looking to be a part of the Let's Talk Truth YouTube coaching session, you can go to my website and you can click the casting button, www.imjailstone. Click the casting button. Tell us your story. Tell us what it is that you want us to take this journey with you on. One of our producers or one of my team members or coaches will read it, we review it, and if it's something that fits the description of the show, we will get with you, whether we need to travel out there to you or whether you can travel with us to us, and we'll bring you into a nice bed and breakfast home, one of our safe houses that we have on retainer, and we're just gonna do the work and get you free and get you stay free. That is all the time I have. Let me see what my producer's saying. He is saying if there is too much baggage on okay. If there's too much baggage on the flight, the plane isn't even allowed to take one runway. That is a true fact. Listen, you got baggage and you got a lot of people trying to hold on to you, and you carrying a lot of people, you ain't gonna even be able to get on the runway to take flight. It's real truth. It's a real truth. So consider the fact of letting it go. Consider the fact of letting some things go so you can be clear and light on your travel to your purpose. Okay, I am JL Stone. There's nothing you can do about the way I love you, but we're going to do it on purpose. We're going to do it in purpose, and we're going to do it with all power. Until next week, talk to you soon and have a blessed day.